All families experience stress. We live in a very fast-paced society. Basically, we're just trying to get our kids to school and get to work on time. But some families adapt to stress better than others, and some families even thrive, when they're faced with stress. And that's the type of question that we're really interested in. And so we want to know why. And we feel like parents are really the stress barometers in the family, and kids take their cues of stress from their parents. And sometimes parents aren't very aware of how they're communicating, when they're stressed. You might talk too much about your stress, and then your stress can bleed over onto your children indirectly. And why should we care? Well, we care because it can not only affect your own mental health and the mental health of your spouse, but the mental health and the physical health of everybody involved. But sometimes you may not know that your child is stressed because they don't talk about it. They don't look stressed on the outside. And that's why we measure something called cortisol, which is a bodily indicator of stress through something like saliva. So what can parents do, to decrease the stress in their household? The number one thing they can do is invest in their marriage or their partnership. People kind of forget about their marriage because they're so focused on taking care of their children. But day to day, you should, show your spouse affection, kiss them, ask how their day was, have dinner together, take the time to invest in your relationship, because what that does is it builds emotional reserves so that when you're stressed, you actually, A, don't see it as stressful, and B, you communicate in ways that uplift your partner and you approach it as a team, and you're less likely to denigrate them and attack them when you're stressed. And that, in turn, it's cyclical, makes you want to reinvest in your marriage or your partnership. And in general, you just want to feed your relationship so that you feel better when you do approach stressful times.